I don't believe in soulmates, but I think we've become them. I always tell the story of how we kept accidentally meeting over and over again until it became clear that we were meant to know one another. At 18, I didn't understand how to recognize real love. But I knew that I looked for you in every room, at every party, just for the chance to be near you. You take the time to stay connected to the people you care about, always thinking of the next person you want to call and catch up. You find ways to paint a silver lining onto impossibly dark clouds. When the pandemic came, you danced alone in your living room every night just so you could maintain a sense of joy. You calm me down when I'm feeling scattered, and you celebrate me when I feel undeserving. You're tender, intelligent, sincere, hardworking, and grounded. Now I know that there is no world in which I could have known you and not fallen in love with you, because in all the ways there are to love you, I love you.
If you've looked around at some of the pictures that have been, we're at the chapel that are out there, what you have seen are photographs of the grandparents and their weddings, the parents and their weddings, and then, of course, this wedding right here. And you've grown up in the oddest 30-year period I can ever imagine, right? You were little baby kids when the disaster of 9/11 happened. You've gone through not one, not two, but 3 global economic meltdowns. You've gone through COVID. In the middle of a disaster, hope rises. It's a different hope. I think it's a far deeper, more profound hope than the grandparents had after the Second War. It's a more profound foundational hope than what we had in the 80s when everything was going pretty well. They've got a hope that's anchored in challenge. And when everybody else is out there with fear and trepidation, they marry and they build a family. And it's this hope that makes me so proud to be a part of it.
Since we fell in love, our love has felt boundless. Infinite, ever continuing, ever expanding. A beam of light that cuts through the abyss. It's something concentrated and pure, like God, or like a song. But I do not take that love for granted. Like a relationship with God, or when you're listening to a song, we have to be patient. We have to nurture that relationship. We have to engage, contribute, emote, grapple with doubt, find new ways to grow and love, and most importantly, remember to sit still and listen. This is just what we have done for almost 10 years together, and it is what I vow to do in every moment that I spend as your partner.
Please arise.
Years later, I still find myself repeating the same pattern. The best moments of my life are when I'm sitting on a park bench with you on a beautiful morning,
Please be seated.
eating homemade bagels and talking about a movie we've just watched.
Who is presenting Emma in marriage?
Her mother and
I've come to realize that all I truly want from my life is to be in your life.
Carson, will you now take Emma, whom you hold by the hand, as your wife to live with her in the holy union of marriage? And Emma, will you now take Carson, whom you hold by the hand, as your husband, to live with him in the holy union of marriage?
I will.
I also vow to celebrate our love. That is what we're here to do today. Because every day I spend with you, I feel closer to that infinite beam of light. And today it is shining on me like it is shining on you and everyone in this room. You can't always hear a song, it's not always playing, you just have a memory of it. That doesn't mean it ceased to exist. Just because you can't see God with your eyes doesn't mean he's not there. When you go all the way back, they just had light and dark, and our love comes from that same light.
About a year ago, I was given an impossible task. Carson and Emma told me that I would be giving a speech at their wedding. Now, I'm in graduate school studying theology. I spend my life reaching for the unknowable, the ineffable, the unthinkable. And this is my most difficult assignment yet. And I think this is because there are some mysteries that are so wonderful that they are beyond all words. And when I look at Emma and Carson, that is exactly what I see. Something that I cannot speak.
Something really special about pride in your loved ones. It's so pure and so easy. Pride in yourself can be plagued by self-doubt or morphed into arrogance, but when you feel that rush about someone you love, you're amazed by what they've created, by what they can do, by the person that they are. It's spectacular. And that's the rush I feel with each song, with each performance, as I watch you marry your life partner, simply with knowing the person you are.
It's like trumpets blowing and cymbals crashing. It is grace, kindness, and forgiveness. It feels like seeing God's love in every place and everything. Like a church rejoicing in song, like hearing John Coltrane or watching Audrey Hepburn or talking with Jesus. That is what loving you is like, is knowing God and hearing music. So that's why I'm standing with you here today.
We have people here from Poland, we have people here from France, we have people here from Brazil, we have people here from New York and from Nashville and from Locust Grove, Oklahoma.
Emma has spent her life inviting me into hers. And this is characteristic to me of our friendship. My head always playing catch up to her heart, the things that she knows instinctively. Where I have my head in abstractions and in concepts, Emma had her eyes trained on the world, on the particulars, and on people. What Emma and Carson have shown me, and I would venture to say all of us, over 9 years, is that love is a slow, miraculous sacrifice. That love is vulnerability. Love is choosing to let someone into the dusty little corners of your own soul, to have the courage to live with another heart beating outside of your own body. Your love is a gift, and thank you for giving it to all of us.
Thought about love when it's real, when it's written in songs and stars, when it's sworn by in dorm rooms and chapels. There's nothing quite like it. It shines, and it shares its glow with all of us lucky enough to be near it. Thank you for sharing yours. I love you both. Carson and Emma.
And lastly, I promise to keep searching for you in every room, at every party, and every stage of life. We do not get any more lifetimes, but I am so grateful that I get to keep meeting you over and over again in this one. Now I know that there is no world in which I could have known you and not fallen in love with you, because in all the ways there are to love you, I love you.
Carson and Emma, by the authority committed to me as a minister of the gospel, I pronounce you husband and wife. You may now show your first gift.